This is Andi Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by former undisputed world champion Josh Taylor here in Liverpool. Josh, it's good to see you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Good to coming over here and watching the press conferences. I've not got to see an awful lot of it doing interviews here, but yeah, no, it's been good. I'm looking forward to the show at the weekend.
Before we come on to all that, let's start off with yourself. A bit of time's obviously passed since the Jack fight. You've had some time now. You've got a fight with Ekow Essuman. You've teamed up with Frank Warren. How would you assess this chapter in your career and trying to rejuvenate yourself, your career, and reaffirming you can become a two-weight world champion?
Yeah, it's refreshing, and it's good now that I've finally got a promoter on home soil to promote myself and and take my profile up a little bit. It's last 4 years or something I've been with Top Rank, which is an offer. They've been great. They've been brilliant with me. They were amazing. They give me a fair crack of the whip every time. They promote me well. Just the only thing was never really promoted me over here because this is where I'm based. So that was the only thing. But yeah, it came to an end. But it's just time for to focus on myself and grow myself here, and I think Queensberry was the perfect move and the right move for me at this time in my career.
I feel like you look like rather you're in a very happy and settled place at the minute. You think that's a fair thing to say?
Yeah, absolutely happy and settled. So yeah, I'm enjoying my boxing again, and I'm looking forward to not having to get down to 140 again. So yeah, that's a nice bonus.
We'll come on to the weight. Obviously teaming up with Queensberry. Now there were a lot of reports before the announcement was made that Eddie Hearn and Matchroom might be the front runners for your signature. What was the difference? What made you want to sign with Queensberry instead?
I think Queensberry was a better fit. They were just a better fit. When we sat down and spoke with them, they just seemed more on my wavelength and more along with the terms of the goals that I wanted to do and the fights and the timelines and things like that. They were much more enthusiastic and willing to work with me, and they seemed like they put ideas to me in terms of pathways and things like that, and I just thought this is the much better fit. They're on the same guidelines as me as the path I want to go for the next part of my career. So yeah, it was a no-brainer really. So yeah, it was good. I'm looking forward to it. And looking forward to finally having a promoter on these shores promoting me now. I've had a US promoter for the last 3 or 4 years, which have been great, but I need a home promoter to promote me here and boost my profile here.
Boost your profile here, and he takes you back home in your first fight, back up to Scotland against Ekow Essuman. Why Ekow Essuman for your first fight up at 147?
Well, there was no really other options really. I was signed with Frank, and he was like, "Who have we got?" I'm like, I was like, "Who you got?" He was like, "We've got Ekow Essuman." I was like, "Right, cool, let's go." We've not really got anybody else, or never really put any other names to me. So I was like, "Yeah, let's go." And Ekow Essuman is a great fighter. He's British, former British Commonwealth and European champion. So yeah, great fighter. I've got my hands full, and I need to make sure that I'm on my A game to win this fight. Because it's kind of a crossroad fight for me, this fight really. So yeah, I need to make sure that I'm at my best, and at my best I do beat him, and at my best I beat any fighter in the world. So I need to make sure I'm on my A game and get this fight done.
Is that the pressure you're putting on your own shoulders, Josh? Because with no disrespect to Ekow, obviously you've boxed at a far higher level previously. You've achieved more in your professional career than what Ekow has as of yet. So you're putting that pressure on your shoulders that if you don't perform, if you don't win, it might not be the fairy tale ending you want.
No, any pressure, because I know Ekow's a tough and tried and proven fighter, and it's a very tough fight, but at the same time, it's if this doesn't go the way I want to go, where do I go from then? So I need to win this fight, and I will win this fight. So, but there's no pressure. It's just a fresh challenge again to be becoming a world champion again. So yeah, it's back how I was back at the start of my career, looking to go and do things. So yeah, there's no pressure at all. I'm enjoying it again. Back to just all the pressure, all the expectations off me now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting the win, getting the momentum back under me, getting a big fight again for later on in the year, and then hopefully push on for the titles. So that's the goal and the drive and ambition long term. So yeah, it's all pressure off now, and just enjoying the ride.
You mentioned the big fights, looking towards world honours, towards the back end of the year, and from the sounds of it, you want to get one more after Ekow. You want to stay active going into that. the welterweight world scene is quite open. Obviously, you got Boots Stanionis in the unification fight. Mario Barrios holds another version of the title. And then you got Brian Norman Jr. fighting on the Michaela Mayer Sandy Ryan 2 card. So, what route do you see as maybe the best one for yourself to go down?
Listen, I'm easy any route. Any route. You know, I'm just taking it fight at a time. I'm not really sort of looking too far ahead. You know, I'm just taking this fight and solely focusing on this fight, and then we'll get a fight. Sit down with Frank, and that, you know, obviously, hopefully, all goes well. Come out with no injuries, no cuts, no bruises, no broken hands or anything like that, no broken bones. Then we can get a fight later on in the year. So yeah, I'm not looking too far ahead. I'm not looking at anything else apart from May 24th. You know, I've got a lot of proving to do. I need to win this fight and I need to look good doing it. So I'm just focusing on that. I'm just in the moment.
I know you probably won't appreciate me then pushing a little bit more on potential fights. One which I want to ask you about though is Conor Benn. I know for a while you two were spoken about as potentially fighting each other up at 147 before this move up. I know he's got the Eubank fight on the horizon, but let's say if he was successful there and you're successful against Ekow, do you feel like that's a fight which could have made him back at welterweight? Big England versus Scotland fight, two big names.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it would be a great fight. You know, we'll see how it gets on against Eubank. But yeah, I think we'll see what happens and see how the fight goes. I think if he wins, he might move up and look at bigger fights up there. You know, you need to ask Conor, but yeah, I think it would be a potential fight down the line. So yeah, it would be great, and hopefully make some more money. So yeah, it would be good.
What do you think of Benn and Eubank fight?
I think it's a great fight. You know, I think it's a very interesting fight. You know, obviously Eubank's been knocked out by Liam Smith, albeit a heavier weight, but yeah, I think Eubank will probably win this one, just on experience and stuff. You know, I think he's been in. I know he's had a couple of defeats, but he's only been beat to top level fighters. You know, so I think he's had the more experience at the higher level. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm kind of edging towards Eubank, but it's a close fight and it'll be an exciting fight, so I'll certainly be tuning in to watch it.
Well, Josh, listen, I appreciate your time. I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for speaking to me. Good luck with the rest of camp, and I'll see you soon.
No worries, mate. Cheers.